Tonight's Issues That Matter segment deals with what you told us is one of the top 2 issues of this presidential campaign, terrorism. Where we are 15 years after the 9/11 attacks. Here's Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge.
Brian and Melissa Long are juggling work and raising 2 young children. Like so many voters, terrorism is an issue that matters, but for them, it is deeply personal.
I am a native New Yorker who lost my fiancé on 9/11.
I lost my parents on 9/11 at the Pentagon.
Living in suburban Virginia, not far from the site where Flight 77 crashed, the Longs fear their children will only see a world through the lens of terrorism.
I'm a little more sensitive to it than others, especially with our children now growing up, and I see that there's just more of a chance for something else to happen.
Melissa says she hasn't heard anything from the candidates that gives her peace of mind.
I don't think that either one is equipped to deal with something that, something like 9/11 possibly, but now we're talking about individualized attacks.
We are going to stop radical Islamic terrorism in this country. She won't even mention the words, and neither will President Obama.
We need to keep our eye on ISIS. That's why I want to have an intelligence surge that protects us here at home.
A Clinton administration promises to take out ISIS in Iraq and Syria, harness a global coalition to defeat international terror networks, and further support first responders on the front lines here at home.
We want to stop these things, prevent them before they occur.
Washington's interim police chief Peter Newsham says his officers are training for scenarios like this summer's terrorist attack.
I'm in Orlando, and I did the shooting.
At Orlando's Pulse nightclub, where 49 were killed, and last December's assault in San Bernardino, leaving 14 dead. The shooters were inspired by Al-Qaeda and ISIS.
We have a tactical village, so it's a big, it's a warehouse where we can actually set up a school, we can set up a nightclub, and we have an actor go in, and they essentially are acting as a lone wolf shooter.
A Trump administration promises to crush ISIS through aggressive coalition military operations, rebuild U.S. forces with improved intelligence and cyber capabilities. Trump, who wants a wall with Mexico, also draws a distinction with Clinton on refugees.
When I'm elected president, we will suspend the Syrian refugee program. And we will keep radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country.
I am not going to let anyone into this country who is not vetted, who we do not have confidence in, but I am not going to slam the door on women and children. During the first 9 months of fiscal year 2016, the Justice Department reported 49 new international terrorism prosecutions, an increase of 10% over 2015. While both candidates pledged to disrupt online recruiting, neither offer specifics.
ISIL right now is the most prominent terrorist group on the world stage.
Speaking with Fox News, Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson said the next administration will wrestle with a digital jihad.
When you look at their recruitment efforts on social media, on the internet, it is slick, it is impressive. It has a Western flavor to it.
Clinton says Trump makes a mistake whenever he alienates the Muslim community.
Calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Chief Newsham says his officers rely on strong community partnerships to disrupt terrorism and crime.
It's peculiar behavior by the lone wolf actor. And I think that the community's been very good about recognizing some of those things.
In September, the dumpster bomber in New York City, Ahmed Khan Rahami, was taken down in New Jersey after a 36-hour manhunt. Based on his notebook obtained by Fox News, he was prepared to die for radical Islam.
Until it happens to you or someone close to you, I don't think people fully comprehend the threat that we're facing. I'd like to say to my kids that we're doing our best to really prevent another 9/11 from happening.
Asked who they trust to do a better job on terrorism, the new Fox News poll shows voters are divided, and that's a consistent trend throughout this election cycle. Brett?
Catherine, thank you. Sunday at 8 Eastern, we conclude our Issues That Matter series with the #1 issue, according to you, the economy. Dan Springer has our report.